Welcome to part 3 of the classification series. So we've performed unsupervised classification with ISO clustering in part 1. We performed supervised classification with maximum likelihood in part 2, focusing on training data creation and evaluation. And now we'll do accuracy assessment at an independent set of validation points for part 3. So I have my two outputs. I've got my supervised output here and my unsupervised output here, and we'll evaluate both of them. So I've got my Central Valley validation points here. Now, oops, let's see, I want to see the table for that. I only have 30 points. That is not a sufficient number to validate. The ones I made for you guys, there's 142, so it's a bit more statistically valid or rigorous. So we're doing a little bit of pandering to ArcGIS's needs here. These workflows are not amazing, but they're the best that I can figure out. So this will be the format of the evaluation matrix, I guess, or evaluation table that you'll be given. And the confusion matrix tool in Arc only works on exactly these two fields, exactly as named. Okay, so we're going to need to, first of all, choose whether we are evaluating the clustering output or evaluating the supervised output. And this is another thing that's a little silly, but the clustering output has the class numbers that we are aware of, where 1 is water, 2 is bear, and 3 is veg. For supervised, the ArcGIS is going to outbased a zero-based version of that, and so it'll be the cluster numbers -1. So a little annoying, but is what it is. So let's first evaluate the unsupervised cluster output. So we are going to move these over here into the driver's seat. And so I'll do calculate field, get rid of whatever is in there, and move over Grundclust. Okay, so the ground truth field is ready to go. Now we need to populate this with actual data. So this we use a tool called extract multi-values to points. Oops. Or I'm typing a lot of weird stuff here. Okay, extract multi-values to points. So here's the extract multi-values to points tool. And I actually don't have the validation layer on my map right now because I was having trouble getting it to load up into that tool. So I did find that if I just go into my default folder and just go in and select it like this, then it works out. So if you're running into any issues where it tries to say you have spaces in the path name or something, just go through this open workflow instead of drop down workflow. Okay, so now I'm going to do just my unsupervised output, and I'm always going to rename this something sensible and short. So this will be ISO, and then run it. So now we can see I've got my ISO output, and I need to move that over here. So calculate field. Get rid of this first and make the classified field ISO. Okay. All right, so now we have a good classified field and a good ground truth field. We are ready to do a confusion matrix. Compute confusion matrix, and our points are there. Our output is going to be in the folder as usual. And I'm going to name it ISO CM. It's not liking that. It's really not liking my names today. Maybe this wants to only be in the geodatabase. So if this happens, let's see, we'll go to the folder, go to the project, and put it in this database. Okay, it's happy with that. Oh well. We'll run that, and tables pop out at the below all of the map layers. And now we could open that up and take a look, but let's refrain for a second. We would then do the same workflow for the supervised output. So therefore we need to move over the supervised thing to the ground truth. So ground truth is now going to be the zero-based layer, and we need to do the extract values again. So I'll skip over that. Okay, we're back. And so I did the extract to get my ML classified output, and then I moved that over here using calculate field. So now once again, we're ready to do the next confusion matrix. So this time let's just get out of here. It's easiest if we're going to just leave this in the project in the geodatabase, which would seem to make it happier. We'll just do that and name this MLCM. Okay, now we have our two confusion matrices, and just take a quick look here, see how we did. So for our ISO, for our clustering, we got an accuracy of 90% and a kappa of 85, so that's pretty good for an unsupervised process. We won't delve into the details here. Compare that to supervised, which was surprisingly lower. Interesting. So we would clearly need to go back and check on our training polygons to see what happened. This is out of scope for this video, but we can see, let's see, that class 2 in the supervised world, that was veg. So we had water, bare soil, veg. And so it looks like a lot of veg was classified either as, as veg or as bare. So there may have just been a mismatch between how I previously allocated the validation points, how I decided on a threshold, and then what we did for the training polygons. So that sort of mismatch would be one thing you'd want to look out for, and revisit with training polygons as needed. So that is the process. We have our accuracies, we have stuff to compare, we have some nice maps, and you've watched a lot of me rambling on these videos. So good luck.